E3 has come and gone, but we're far from game over. Welcome to MojoPlays, and today we'll be counting down our picks for the most anticipated games of July 2019.
The eldest and most powerful of primals.
Before we begin, we publish new content all week long, so be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. For this list, we're taking a look at new games hitting the scene in July 2019.
Oh my. What could have brought you here?
Number 6, Final Fantasy XIV Shadowbringers. Release date July 2nd, 2019.
I'm not going anywhere. I promise you, Minfilia.
Final Fantasy XIV has gone through a fascinating evolution over the past decade. When the initial game launched in 2010, it was a critical disaster, with many fans feeling that they had been cheated. Square Enix made it up to players with A Realm Reborn, one of the most impressive makeovers in video game history. With the Heavensward and Stormblood expansions, the online RPG accumulated over 16 million registered users by 2019.
For each we have put down, another has risen up in its place.
The latest expansion, Shadowbringers, takes players to the first star where, in a refreshing change of pace, the world has been submerged in light and you must bring back the darkness. For PlayStation and PC users who love crossovers, you'll be excited to hear that one of the raids is based on Nier Automata. Number 5, Wolfenstein Youngblood and Wolfenstein Cyberpilot. Release date July 26, 2019.
Stewardesses.
What's even better than a new Wolfenstein game? How about 2 new Wolfenstein titles released on the same day? Youngblood and Cyberpilot both take place 20 years after Wolfenstein 2, The New Colossus, in an alternate timeline where the Nazis won World War II. In Youngblood, you can either play as Jess or Soph Blachowicz, BJ Blachowicz' twin daughters, as they set out to find their father in Paris. This spin-off is being released on PC, Switch, PS4, Xbox One, and Google Stadia. Cyberpilot, meanwhile, centers on a computer hacker who allies with the French to take down the Nazis. This title offers you a virtual reality experience that puts you in the titular Cyberpilot's war machines. Whichever you prefer, you can't go wrong with double the Wolfenstein. Number 4, Fire Emblem 3 Houses. Release date July 26, 2019.
I'll soar away into the dawn. Oh, I wish I could stay.
3 Houses marks the first Fire Emblem game since Radiant Dawn in 2007 to receive a home console release. It's also the franchise's first title to be exclusively released on the Switch. This tactical RPG revolves around 3 nations, as well as 3 students who have been divided into 3 houses at the Officers Academy.
Each with their own unique personalities and skills. Which house will you choose?
At the center of everything is a mercenary turned teacher named Belith, whom the players take control of, and a mystery girl, Sothis, who appears in visions. The game has already drawn comparison to Harry Potter meets anime, what with its Hogwarts-like setting and gorgeous animation. That description alone should ignite your interest, even if you've never played any of the previous Fire Emblem games.
I will return here someday, my teacher. Promise me that you won't forget me.
Number 3, Sea of Solitude. Release date July 5th, 2019.
I've just chased you so long now. I'm too weak to run.
In 2018, we got Celeste, a game that used its cold mountain setting as an allegory for loneliness, depression, and mental illness. Sea of Solitude takes a similar approach, although the mountain setting is exchanged for a Berlin city submerged in water.
But nothing is new. Alone in my room.
Coming to PS4, Xbox, and PC, the game follows a woman who's been transformed into a monster and must interact with the other red-eyed creatures to figure out what happened to her. Creative director Cornelia Gebert used to be a comic artist, and that definitely shines through in Sea of Solitude, which takes a page from Studio Ghibli. Gebert also cited Silent Hill as an inspiration for the game's unique visuals, creating an environment that's dark and brooding, while also being strangely absorbing.
I tremble for you.
Number 2, Mutant Year Zero Road to Eden Seed of Evil. Release date July 30th, 2019.
Ghouls are disappearing and getting replaced by copies, but they're made out of plants. I call them pod ghouls.
Mutant Year Zero Road to Eden received great reviews when it was released on PC, PS4, and Xbox last year, with Switch owners finally getting to pick up a copy the following June. The Seed of Evil DLC takes place right after the main game's storyline as an infestation of roots plague the Ark.
A lot's happened since you've been traveling, Khan. We could use your skills.
On the road to unraveling the mystery of these menacing plants, you'll venture through new maps, face off against new enemies, and assume control of a new character. Taking center stage is Big Khan the Moose, who has several innovative moves in his repertoire, such as Flame Puke. Seriously, how can you possibly go wrong when your hero is a moose with flame-throwing abilities?
What happens to you happens to me.
Number 1, Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3, The Black Order. Release date July 19, 2019. Avengers Endgame isn't 2019's only major Marvel crossover. The Black Order is the first Marvel Ultimate Alliance game in nearly a decade, as well as the first Marvel game to have Nintendo as a publisher. This Switch exclusive largely borrows from the MCU's current lineup, with Black Panther, Captain Marvel, and the Guardians of the Galaxy all in attendance, amongst numerous others. Of course, this 4-player action RPG also includes several heroes we've yet to see pop up in the MCU, such as the X-Men, Miles Morales, and Deadpool. Players are given the power to assemble their own team in a plot to thwart Thanos and the Black Order. Quite possibly the most ambitious Marvel game to date, this is surely going to be an inevitable hit.
I shall be waiting here for you.
Check out these other great clips from MojoPlays and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.